And welcome to the High as Fuck podcast with your boys, Matt. I think it's Jackson.
Jackson?
Yeah, maybe.
Are you sure?
I don't know. I use so many names at NASCAR Allo, I don't even know now. Am I JFK? Am I Lord Atheist? I'm Matt Jackson. And my limited edition action figure,
Joe motherfucking cool. What's up, y'all?
Oh.
We're here with the High as Fuck podcast, and Matt and I have decided, because we get together and we talk wrestling all the time anyway.
And we're not recording half of it.
We smoke weed.
I need to hire somebody.
We smoke weed and we talk about wrestling. That's what we do.
Yep.
I mean, in our normal life.
Yep.
So this podcast is just an extension of our normal life.
Or music.
Yeah.
We're going to go there too.
But anyway, we talk about wrestling anyway. And so what I was saying is, Matt's like, we need to just stop ourselves, because a lot of times we don't even record it. And we got a lot of good shit that we talk about when we sit and smoke and talk about wrestling.
I think we've lost more gems than we think.
Good content that we don't record. So from now on, we're just going to start recording.
Yeah, just as soon as we start talking about a subject, fuck it.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about everyday life. I know some they want that. You know, they want our certain shows. I get it. I'm watching the analytics. I'm seeing the views. I'm seeing all that stuff. Just gotta do what we do, man. We're over here. We're the High as Fuck podcast, and we want to give you the best show possible out there. We want to give you clear voice. We want to give you fun times. I mean, the people that we've ran into that are in our normal lives, they are real people. You know, have watched our shows and been like, "Yo, I was thinking we were gonna get like." Yeah, and we got laughs.
Yeah,
it's wild. Like, and it's not just because they're our friends either. I'm telling you, our friends are pretty like honest and of course they're supportive. But like my best friend Lex, she doesn't like everything I put out,
right?
But she supports it.
Well, I mean,
at the end of the day, our friends do not like wrestling.
Yeah,
none of them like it. Me, you, and Jay. James is cool.
Apparently, Corey
doesn't like it, or does?
I would say he does because he listens to our show.
Oh, yeah, well, Corey's
probably a fan of wrestling, but maybe he just likes us.
Yeah, maybe it's just an us thing, which has been the case. It has been the case, and it's crazy. Like, I'm just like, wow, if that's our friends talking, then who out there is, who else is these shows,
right?
Like, entertaining,
Yeah.
Like, and we're pretty, like, humble and, modest?
Yeah.
And we're, so, like, we just need y'all to like, share, comment. That's an important one. We need some comments, y'all. Comments.
Tell me what you want to hear us talk about.
Yeah.
Notification bell.
Yep.
Hit that follow button.
The Frequency Podcast got some suggestions, so I think this show can too, okay?
Frequency got suggestions?
Yeah, it was Lex, but still, she's got suggestions, and she's going to be on some shows. Go ahead. I saw NASCAR Allo. I slap a bitch. No, I'm just playing.
We talk about our normal lives. Are you right?
Yeah, normal lives is right here. Me, Joe, and my friend Adam, our mutual friend Adam, we went and saw NASCAR motherfucking Allo, Emotional Zan. I figured that out later. Emotional Zan, I didn't really know about him. And this punk band, which the lead singer's name was Stink.
Band.
Yeah, that was cool.
Dope.
I know you liked that.
The guys' Liberty Spikes were dope as fuck.
Yeah, right? I knew there was something you were rocking with that. And then we listened to NASCAR the whole time, and I felt like you were cool with the NASCAR album.
I'm good with NASCAR, his music.
Yeah.
I'm good with, but I'm not like...
A super fan.
Super fan, right.
Yeah.
I mean, his music's cool.
I think you'd rather turn on Kim Dracula.
I listen to whatever is going on. But,
over
me,
him.
it's Green Day.
Yeah, Green Day, yes.
And
like the whole thing going in, I'm like, you like Green Day, you like punk, you are a punk. You're an old school punk. You should love this show. Spikes and liberties everywhere, man.
I love it. I mean, I do. I love to see the resurgence of the punk rock world coming back again. For this generation,
it's the same emotion. It's the same
same emotion.
Everything's there.
New music.
Yeah,
because it's hip hop. You got you add the hip hop element in there. Yeah. It's a little different, but I like hip hop, so I'm not upset about it. Like I like the music. I'm just not a super fan of it.
Oh man, it was crazy. I got on stage with that man.
You got excited.
I got on stage.
You really enjoyed that show. I'm glad.
I'm standing right beside NASCAR Allo as he's fucking singing, dude.
I know.
like it's 3 years in the making until that day.
That was dope.
And that was the 4th year, I believe, of him going there.
Mm.
He's been big for like at least the last 4 years, and yeah. So bucket list, bam, a new bucket list guy got knocked off my list, and I've never really saw Punk either like that, and this Punk is like what NASCAR Punk. You know what I'm saying?
It is, but they had a full band element, so that to me gave it more of an actual band Punk feel.
Yeah. Now I'm not sure. I think there were 2 bands on stage because Stink was his own thing. I've seen him on his shit, and Emotional Zan was the guy with the blonde mohawk that was different from the one that has 3.
Okay, so Emotional Zan
is
the one with the single mohawk, but then has the spikes coming out of the sides.
No, he didn't have the spikes. He just had a regular mohawk.
But somebody had a yellow mohawk with the red chunks coming out, red spikes coming out of the
He
side.
was the lead singer of the other band. I don't know if they are in the same band. Because Emotional Zan, I found him by himself. Emo should know, because emo is big, and the rest of it's small letters. All caps on emo. I meant to say that. Emo should know.
If Stink is in that band too, he did his own single set.
Yeah,
and I didn't like his single set as much as I liked the band.
Yeah, I got confused there. Yeah, I got confused on all of it because I thought we were just going and seeing like that many hours of fucking. Or that length of time.
It was a whole show tour of like four different artists.
We got approached, so we're on someone's blog. Look up Golden K. Damn it, shit, it's in the phone. But we'll get back to you on that one. I don't want to say it wrong. Actually, I'll be back with you in a minute. Like I can do all this, boy. Let's see. We'll go to the
pause it.
No. Let me pause it.
Oh, okay. Right? So, our topic for tonight is NWO.
NWO 4 live.
The question is, are we going to talk about NWO and the Wolfpack? Or are we just talking about white? Is it white and black only?
Or red and black?
NWO
goes. It kind of goes everywhere, right?
NWO Wolfpack or NWO white?
We have to start at the beginning, kind of, and we'll just chop it up from there, like we were talking about it. And
okay. So then, if we start at the beginning, we have to start at Hogan's heel turn.
Yeah, when everybody threw drinks and stuff at him.
Oh my God! Scott Hall and Kevin Nash coming in as the outsiders.
At Golden K Shouty.
Golden K Shouty.
On his vlog.
Check it out. On Insta.
It's all together.
His vlog.
Yeah, it's all together.
Golden K Shouty. So, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. God rest his soul. Scott Hall.
Definitely.
Come into the WCW. And just start running roughshod.
Over
everybody for like...
Took over the whole company.
For like 3 weeks, right?
Yeah. Because it turned into just NWO, WCW. It wasn't just WCW.
Right, but it was Scott Hall and Kevin Nash for like 3 weeks. And then they brought in the third man.
Oh, yeah. They did fucking tag us along for a little bit on that. I remember that shit being a little boy. I periodically saw that shit.
But they started talking about the third man, and they were like, we got another guy coming in.
Yeah.
And then Hogan showed up in black and white?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, and I know Hogan said something about it, like, it was kind of risky.
Eating your vitamins and saying your prayers to, like, the worst person in the world.
Yeah, and I was a childhood hero, Like, at that point, I had all that man's stuff. It was ridiculous. I had his hat. I'll never forget it. I had this hat, and
but Hollywood was dope as fuck too.
Well, Sting was better.
Hollywood Hogan was dope as fuck. I'm sorry, he was.
Oh yeah, that part in his career was dope. And I like the,
early career Hogan was good too, though. I mean,
the American song and all that. Yeah, I like that shit too. But there was a time where the Hogan thing just became a problem with me, and I don't like him. So
where did Hogan become a problem? I mean, when he became a racist?
I mean...
In his real life?
A lot of stuff in the real life got me.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff. But yeah, I'm not going to get into it. But
okay.
As a wrestler... And
a
leg
wrestler,
drop.
no.
The leg drop was
Go
infamous.
back early career, though. I mean,
he used another move, too.
He had other things. Press slam, clothesline, big boot, leg drop.
The big boot is a signature. So a signature move, it comes before the finisher. So this is the nail, and the leg drop is the hammer.
Yeah.
So
right. It's like the rock bottom into the people's elbow. Yeah.
People think the rock bottom it is a finisher move. If you get technical in the game, that and the elbow thing is his finishers.
And his signatures would be.
Actually, think about it. He likes to do the rock bottom, but and do the elbow. That just depends on what he's doing. So for a match, his elbow would come with a spine buster first. He gets you up, boom, and then he gets you in the elbow. A rock bottom elbow, I think that barely. I know it happened, but
I've seen him do the rock bottom and then drop the elbow.
Yeah, it just depended on the match and stuff like that.
It was when they booked what they wanted to book. If they wanted to book it big, it was the rock bottom and then the people's elbow.
Yeah, it's just a difference too, because sometimes you don't like. For him, he could use either one and win the match, and everybody love it. There's certain people you just can't just drop the elbow on them. Because if you were doing that to the. Look how he had to do the.
Look at who John Cena did, and we're getting off on a tangent right now, but okay. John Cena did the 5-knuckle shuffle to.
It didn't even hit you.
He did it to everybody, and it never even fucking hit you.
Yeah, he hits the mat right top of your head, dude. He can at least not do that. I mean, there's an easier way of doing it to make it look really real, but he's dumb when it comes to that move.
Is the people's elbow, the 5-knuckle shuffle? I mean,
but if you think about getting punched in the dome like that, like the force of you dropping the way he would do it, if you actually meant to do it, like that shit would hurt. Let me try it to you.
It's the same thing with Hogan's leg drop, though. He comes running,
his leg
bounces off the rope,
his leg
and
is
then drops it like a boom.
But no leg is straight out. It's this. So this goes over your chest. There's barely any of this touching you when you do a leg drop. So it's barely anything, You ain't got much. Right?
I mean, that's what wrestling is.
I drop my kid all the time.
This is what wrestling is.
It didn't hurt.
You also backbreaker your kid, which looks like it would hurt, but it did not.
He's above my knee. Damn, I hurt my damn right here.
All right. So now we're talking about NWO. Hogan's heel turn from the greatest person ever to an all-American hero to the worst person ever. Ever.
Yeah.
And then everybody in the audience starts throwing trash in the ring.
That's where we're going. Because he turned into a shitty human being in wrestling and then years later became a shitty person in real life.
Yeah.
So god dang. He was just bound to be shitty. Gimmick or not, guys, Hogan is Hogan. Hogan knows best,
But we have the ultimate heel turn, and
which ruined him. That show ruined him.
WCW, the NWO is formed, and then Hogan, Nash, and Scott Hall proceed to run roughshod over WCW, beating the fuck out of Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero.
And you remember in the beginning, they were actually the outsiders.
Yeah, they were before Hogan joined.
See, they made it believable because no one believed they were signed to WCW.
Right.
At that time, they literally thought WWE was invading, and that's what Eric Bischoff wanted to do.
Yeah.
And Vince,
they didn't have
the
dirt sheets at the time.
Oh, we did. It was everywhere.
That they actually signed. But, so they could keep it a secret.
Yeah.
To say
on some of that shit.
Yeah.
But WCW was giving away plans.
We had some smart marks.
Yeah, but they didn't come until later.
Things, but we didn't really have. I mean,
that was kind of rare too, because that would have to be someone that lives with a wrestler, knows a wrestler, grew up with a wrestler, maybe did some training. I don't know. So I wouldn't have known that growing up because I didn't have no wrestlers in my life until I met Callis and then doing my training and stuff. So
right,
I wouldn't have known a lot of this stuff. I didn't know any of that stuff beforehand. I thought I did, but they teach you. You think you know something, but you really don't.
Right.
And, yeah.
So we have the greatest heel turn ever. And then Hogan, Nash, and Hall become the NWO. Hogan starts coming out in the black and white.
Yep.
And he wins I think, did he win the world title before anybody else joined the NWO? He wins the big
I
gold.
thought he wins it before he turns heel. And he has it while he goes heel.
Oh, was that what it was?
Or was it the night that he went heel and won it? He won it as a babyface and then went heel.
And then turned heel.
I think so.
Because, he still had the yellow and red on.
Yeah, when he turned.
When he was being a dick.
Yeah, when he, changed up with that gear on.
Yeah.
That's what really pissed people off.
He was in the colors.
Yeah.
The American Hero yellow and red colors.
Yeah. American made.
And he fucking heel turned while he was wearing the colors.
Yeah.
And then the next night on, or the next Monday night on Raw, or
Raw,
if
that's good.
Thunder had started, or on Nitro, if Thunder had started, it might have been Thursday. I don't know. I can't remember when Thunder started, but
Thunder was on a Thursday, I believe.
I know, but I can't remember if it hadn't started then. I think they were just running Nitro, and the next Monday on Nitro, Hogan came out in the black and white.
No, we had Thunder with the NWO.
I know, but I'm saying
at that time.
At that particular early point when they did the first Outsiders and Hogan. And he spray painted the World Heavyweight Championship, the big gold.
Some shitty NWO letters.
With the black NWO spray paint.
When you go back and look at it, it's like a child did it. It looks really shitty. But on the game, it looks good.
Yeah.
Don't give that old bastard a fucking spray can and go, hey, can you tag something? I mean,
Tag our world title.
No. Don't give that shit to Hogan. Fuck the whole belt up. It would have looked a whole lot better if they did it like the game. And fuck shit up, dude. But it was cool. It was kind of a disrespect and slap to the face. Made that title kind of worthless for that little bit.
No, that was the point. It was supposed to be disrespectful and slap to the face because he was a heel turn.
I know.
That was the whole point.
I guess he was trying to prove it's a fucking, not the word I don't like to call it, a prop. A lot of wrestlers look at it as a prop.
The NWO is
and that's wrong.
I don't
think you should be in the game. I don't think you should be a wrestler if you think of it as a prop. I know that's what I mean. See, now I'm going too technical right now, so I might get blacklisted now. Shit. Anyway, it's 2023, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows what a prop is. Everybody knows that belts are belts, but they mean stuff to certain people.
They put people's names on them, so they give them to them. I'm sure.
It's a great deal because, when you win the title, it's not really about the belt. That's significant.
That just means you're the guy.
You're the guy. You're the man.
Yeah.
They put so much faith into you. That's why we have certain people as a world champion, and that's why people are fucking pissed off right now with Roman Reigns. But there's nobody.
I know.
There's fucking nobody that I actually believe can take him out. Brock Lesnar, seen it before.
And he can't have another title match with Roman. That's been canceled.
Good. He can't. We don't need that. There's no point in keep giving the same matches to the same person. There's somebody out there right now that they can't give it because they are not at where Roman's at. They're not where John was at. And CM Punk just cut his hair. So he's bald again. I had to get that in there. He looks good. Looks great. Anyway.
There's somebody out there who can hold it. And I would argue that person is fucking
not Austin.
Cody, but they won't give it to him.
Cody ain't gonna.
They won't give it to him.
If anything, they're gonna draw this fucking shit out. Give Cody everything because here's another thing people are missing. He just came back. They would have gave it to him WrestleMania, then that means it's all worked. There's no believability to it. Now he's got to rise. Okay, so now it's been going on. People just need to realize that Cody Rhodes is going on a journey. Are they at least
going to give him the Money in the Bank or something?
Logan's in there.
If they give Logan the Money in the Bank and then give him the World Heavyweight Championship, I'm going to kill somebody.
No, he can get Seth. Seth got a championship.
He's going to steal the title from Seth. An unbelievable guy like fucking...
Wow, dude. We need to put a prediction video out of that one. That is coming up too.
Next week.
Money in the Bank.
Pretty sure.
Sunday. We got Billy Starks in her first pay-per-view match, I believe. On the telly. Going up against Athena, a.k.a. Ember Moon. In the 0 hour pre-show. That's free. Everybody check that out this Sunday. What is it? Sunday what?
7?
Yeah, because I think I should edit this tonight, but this one out tonight. I don't have anything. I don't think I do, but it's be fun. So like and subscribe, like we always say, you know.
Okay. Back on the
NWO, yeah, exactly. But we do have Billy Starks to promote here. She's phenomenal. She's an 18-year-old prodigy, and we're getting back to the NWO.
All right.
Maybe she should join. I mean,
after Hogan spray paints the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
They bring in who's the next person they bring into the NWO?
Oh, after all them?
After Hogan, Nash,
Scott Steiner,
Hall,
Nash, Hogan. I know they had a fake Sting at some point.
Who's the next NWO member? This is what we were talking about, and decided to stop ourselves.
It's a big name because it has to be someone that's.
It was only the 4th person, so it needed to be another big name.
It has to be important, yeah.
Wait, 4th.
My goddamn foot is itching.
Member.
My feet are like tied up like Fort Knox. Sprung my ankle, guys, at a NASCAR Allo show, so no one thinks I went to a racing show. I don't do that. But I do want to actually go to a NASCAR race.
It looks like Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man.
Oh, yeah. Was he 4th?
Joined right after? Because if they have this in list of... Yeah, because it's in timeline order.
Yep, so that's real.
We got
big
Scott
show.
Hall, Kevin Nash.
Oh, they needed
Hollywood
a manager.
Hogan.
That's why he came in.
Then Ted DiBiase joined them. And then we got Big Show. And then
it's weird they did that giant Big Show.
NWO fake Sting, I think.
Oh, my God. He came before 6? No, he didn't.
And then we had 6 X-Pac, Kyle Petty.
Kyle Petty? That's a race car driver.
Vincent.
That's Virgil.
Miss Elizabeth.
Brian Knobs. I totally forgot.
A very short period of time.
Both Nasty Boys. What the hell? Nick Patrick, of course.
Jerry Saggs and Nick Patrick. Eric Bischoff, of course.
He was way before all these motherfuckers. What's going on?
Buff
here?
Bagwell.
This is timeline for real?
Yeah.
Or are we looking at it wrong? It's not in order.
Yeah, because this is like all timeline. For sure. It doesn't say when, like what year or time period or whatever. But
that's wild.
That's
the whole diagram of the NWO.
Yeah.
So many members.
And it's for their, like, even the people that were in there for a short period of time, like Brian Knobs and Jerry Saggs, the Nasty Boys were only in there for a very short period of time. So their timeline is really short.
That makes sense right there.
Mike Wall Street,
Dennis Rodman,
Bubba Rogers, Scott Norton, Savage joined.
Oh, Bubba Rogers, that's fucking big boss man.
Oh, okay.
I think. Yeah.
And then we had...
So Big Boss Man was in NWO.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. Scott Norton.
All of these names are fucking psycho.
Randy Savage, Dennis Rodman, Conan.
Louis Spicoli. What the fuck?
Kurt Hennig, Rick Rude, Louis Spicoli.
Kurt Hennig tripped me out.
Dusty Rhodes joined the NWO for a period of time, apparently.
The fuck?
Brian Adams. This is what I was saying right before we started recording when you told me we needed to stop.
Yeah.
Is that it got ridiculous.
Yeah.
And what Chris Jericho said was that he didn't want to fucking join because Eric came to him and presented him with the option of joining the NWO. And he was like, that would have been great, 6 months ago when, nobody had joined yet. But now it's so overinflated that nobody can get over, by themselves inside of there because it's just too big. Like, there's just too many members.
I think they're literally, that's like a whole company of wrestlers.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do? The whole NWO is just going to fight each other?
The whole WCW was just the NWO. And that...
You see how stupid that sounds?
Hold on. White was basically the whole WCW, right?
Yeah.
And then they split into the Wolfpack and the NWO White because that's all there was. So they needed 2 different factions of the NWO. Yeah. And then Ric Flair, of course, some guys still remain
like Japan.
Some guys still remain WCW, but
yeah, like Goldberg,
Ric Flair, Goldberg, those kind of people.
Sting went Wolfpack.
Yeah, he did.
That's because he got sick of the fake one. He didn't want to join the NWO in the white and black. There's too many people, it's oversaturated. But the Wolfpack thing, did I say it right? The Wolfpack thing, he wanted to join that at that point. He was fine with it, I think, at that point. I don't remember exactly what he said about it, but I think he was more fine with that because it was different, I guess. It was going against the NWO black and white, which he fucked with. And then, I mean, look, we got red and black Sting face paint. You know what I'm saying? I think I was that Sting for like a Halloween when I was younger.
I
and
definitely
the white and black
was.
one. Yeah.
I was both too.
Like my sister needed someone who, I mean, like I was there and she was getting something with these guys were messing with her or something like that. And I was dressed up as Sting, dude. It was a faint memory, but I walked up to these boys. Oh, fucking Sting.
Did you have the baseball bat?
Yeah. Baseball bat. I had everything. I was Sting, dude.
Right.
And I walk up to him and I was like, "You fucking with my sister?" Or however I said it. And they're like, no, we good. I'm like, good. You know, I've said what I said, and I don't remember exactly. I was a young kid. I was out there. We were at a school dance. I was there, and my sister was there as well because we went to the same school. And no, she wasn't there on my date. It was separate, but like, she came up to me during the whole dance, and like, we weren't going to talk to each other at all unless she needed me. You know what I'm saying? And when your sister's coming up to you and you already said, hey, we don't really know each other right now, just let us not be brother and sister for a night. And then when she comes up to you, or him or whatever, and they got a problem, you got a problem. Because then you're like, fuck. I'm trying not to be your brother right now. You know, because we were trying to be separate. We're always together. And it has nothing to do with protecting her and stuff like that. That's a day one thing. That's my day one. So, I'll try. And so with that, you just got to take care of people, at the end of the day, But, yeah, it was a little cute story I had about Sting. And we're talking about the NWO. So relevant.
I dressed up as the NWO Sting
and
white
hair,
and red Sting, too. I wore a wig and a leather jacket and the red NWO shirt.
I had a mullet.
Baseball bat. I did not actually. My parents got me a plastic wiffle ball bat.
A wiffle ball bat?
And we painted we taped it in black duct tape.
I just had a black Sting bat, I think it was just a black plastic one. Baseball bat. I don't remember which one it was. I don't know if it was plastic or not, but I would have fucking made it work. I would have shoved it up that kid's ass. Okay. We were the same age. Okay?
My parents didn't want me to be able to hurt anybody, so they gave me a fake one, a plastic one.
Your parents are cute. They really, really, really took care of you, dog. They did, man. I love that love, man. It's really cute and funny, though. In a cute and funny way.
I was their little baby. I was their youngest, so they had to take care of me. But, I mean, it got ridiculous. Like, we just read off a list of who's who, and it was basically the whole company. I mean, really.
This is what I was talking about. I was getting ready to get into is
25 different people, probably, or more.
Well, with this, it was crazy because they were actually doing doing NWO shows that were all NWO. So what the fuck are you doing? You're recruiting a bunch of people into this one fucking faction, right?
Yeah.
And then you all fight each other.
NWO sold out.
Bunch of NWO guys in every match.
Yep.
But they were it seemed like they were trying to make a company out of what they were doing with NWO because it got so ridiculous. I mean, people was in there, so... You had like 100 people. That's a roster. That's over a roster. Am I saying it right? A rooster? A rooster?
A roster.
A roster.
That's how I would say it. Yeah, they got fucking...
The whole company was the NWO, dude.
I mean, you had Ric Flair. Even Lex Luger joined the NWO at some point.
Red and black. Red and black. Did he?
And they did so many of those, like, ridiculous sequences where they came into the ring in one color, in the red or whatever, and then beat up somebody on the same team and then ripped off their shirt, and there were actually a white NWO shirt underneath their red shirt. They did that so much.
Yeah, I remember that now. This is why we're good at doing this show together, okay? Because I know stuff and you know stuff. We meet in the fucking middle and we always got each other's backs.
It was ridiculous, like how many different angles they did, but from the same shit. Like,
Yeah.
and the NWO just beat each other up for.
It was ridiculous. Then you had red and black and the black and white going up against each other. I liked it back then because it
was exciting when we were kids. It was fun.
It was exciting.
It was
exciting.
A
lot of chaos. Every Nitro was fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
It was, and looking at it as a kid, we're like, oh, this is fucking amazing.
Right.
Going back as an adult, you feel like it's oversaturated.
Right. It's a lot.
Because you don't know what the fuck you're actually.
When you're a smart mark and you understand what you're watching.
But when you're a kid, that's all going over your head because it's all like, what the fuck is crazy chaos? Like, and when we're kids, like Jerry Springer show. The beginning of Jerry Springer. Not none of this fucking shit now. The beginning of it. It was crazy, dude. So that's excitement. But in wrestling, it was all that. Like, you had 1 million people in the ring.
I was probably 20 years old. It was probably 15 years ago when I realized Jerry Springer was a word.
Well, let me enlighten you a little bit. Because I was on the show. It's not all a word. They take real things from your life and then make it a word.
Right.
They hit some real fucking shit because she said.
Which is why some people get really emotional.
Have you seen my episode?
I've not watched your episode. I haven't.
If we could ever, because actually Cindy's actually getting that on a USB or something, and I'm supposed to be able to have the footage somehow. It's the whole episode, so that would be exciting.
That's great.
I actually want to put it on my channel. I don't get a copyright, but I'm gonna get a copyright even if I put it locked. I could do that probably if it's locked and it's personal. Anyway, so they're kind of like fake, but not fake. It's like taking they sit you down in these interview rooms, and you're like being interviewed, and you're talking to this person that's works for Jerry Springer. So he's like, they talk with him all day. They're just like me and you talking right now with Jerry fucking Springer like all day. So and they get his vibe, we get and you're sitting there talking to him, and you're all singled out. Like, me and Herdit and me and Chelsea, mother of my children, was not together, none. Like, they separated everybody. They separate talk. Because if I'm sitting there, this is what they're thinking. Because if you're sitting here with your loved one, we weren't even together at this point. But it doesn't matter. They thought we were. So, you're going to say not what you actually going to say because she's sitting right there. Or he's sitting right there. They take you and separate you, dude. And we're in heels rooms. And good faces were set up just like wrestling, dude. That's one element I think
it's
I
a work
to tell you. But there is a room for heels.
The good people and the bad people.
I don't think you're part of the good boy.
And really?
Yeah.
You were the good person in that scenario. Huh. They made the man the good person in that scenario.
Well, I had a lot of sentimental stuff going on. Like, my shit was, like, actual more authentic because I just told them shit, man. I said, I'm a great father. Like, or not, I didn't think of it. I said, I'm a father. Like, I feel like I'm a great father. Like, I have these twins. Like, I guess it's just my genuinity that comes out of me that is just so genuine to people. And they just, I was thrown into the baby face real quick. Really quick, because I was really vocal about what I don't want to do, what I needed, and it was very little. I just needed, coffee in the morning, and I needed something to eat, and it was all things they were giving me anyway. But the only things that I asked for, that they supplied you with whatever you needed. This was the craziest part. I could have overused it, but I didn't. I'm not a celebrity, but they treat you like a celebrity in a sense. Because I needed cocoa butter for my face. Because I wasn't going on stage without cocoa butter on my face. Because it's just something about the complexion, and I knew what it does for film, So I already know it was going to make my skin look good. And I was not taking my fingernail polish off. I had black, completely black. They actually made me take my makeup off. I think I had eyeliner on. No, eyeliner's on. I told them I needed my eyeliner and I needed my fingernails painted, and then you can dress me from there. I literally was straight up with these guys. I said, the nail polish is not coming off. Like, I told them the whole deal. I said, this is a human thing. Like, do not gender this. I didn't say it in that word, but now that we know what all these words are and stuff like that, well, in that sense that I used it. But like, so it was it was a good experience. Like, I would love to get back on it. So like, yeah, anybody want that? I mean, I can get in touch with them real quick. I'll make it happen. You want to get on Jerry Springer show, and then we go on tangent. But we were talking about the NWO and how things are worked and stuff like that. But I mean, with this, it was really just I needed a toothbrush. I got it. Like anything, like whatever.
Yeah.
What do you want from McDonald's? Well, here's my order. It doesn't matter how much. A fucking stack of packs of cigarettes. Like I think we both got 10 packs of cigarettes each.
A carton.
Basically, together. They're like at this point they were like almost $10 a pack up there in Connecticut.
Connecticut. Okay.
Yeah, I was up there where the WWE building was at. I was actually if you go to the Jerry Springer building, if it's in the same place, if they haven't moved, then you can walk. It's not far. They said it was walking distance from there. The actual fucking WWE building.
Corporate headquarters.
Yeah. I almost walked. But I was also warned that they are not liable for anything. You go to jail, you're in jail. And the rest of your crew is off the show. Like, it was so strict. So I didn't leave. I didn't do anything. I went with the Maury driver, the driver of the Maury show. He was one of the drivers for Maury, too. We took and we went, played pool, and we ate really good.
I mean, if you had asked for weed, if they would have got you weed.
Oh, probably not. But I don't know. It would be cool. But like, and you couldn't.
I mean, back then it was not legal anyway.
Like I said,
I just wonder.
Like I said, that it was everything was on you. If you fucked this up, that is your opportunity. You're fucking up. So if you go out and get drunk and you can't wake up the next morning, and you can't do the show. We're not taking you on the show being all that. You know, come to the show ready to go. You're not ready to go. It's gonna be bad. Right. I mean, it just will be because, you know, they're giving you all this stuff. As soon as you get there, I know it's crazy, but you get off the plane and then you get in there, but you have to go straight and meet with the people as soon as you get there. You get in your hotel room. You get I think it's at least an hour or 30 minutes or something that felt like it went by real quick, right? And you had enough time to get in your room, take a shower, get ready, do whatever you needed to do, and be out that door to wait for your driver that's going to be parked outside. And then you go from there to that place and talk to those people. And it's not that long of a wait. It's not that crazy. Because they're fucking focused on you. Like, you're their priority. Those two people that come and take you or whatever, do that thing, right? It sounds bad. It would take you. But anyway, they take you, they sit you down, they do all this paperwork, blah, blah, blah. Rolls on through, and then they're like, here's your money cards. Here's your money cards. Like, here's cards that have money on it for what restaurant do you want? And they'll just hand you the card. And it's got enough to take care of your whole meal, whatever you order. It's got a certain limit on there. And I think we spent the whole $100, I believe it was, that we got.
So they gave you $100 to spend however you wanted.
And we were like beat-ups. It was the first time I ever ate there, I believe, at that time. It was a great place, man. They had, I can't remember what chicken I had. Was it Jamaican or Jamaican jerk? It was Jamaican jerk, something like that.
So
fucking fantastic, man.
If it's a work, are the fights real?
Oh yeah, dude. In the beginning, those fights were real as fuck. That's what started the whole fucking. They had to calm that shit down because of the real shit. Like, people they were going too far. Like, there was a couple fights that got so out of hand. Like, he could have got sued. Like, you gotta sign all these papers, dude. So if you do get, man, it's like. So it's a great experience. I'm probably still in the files. It was really cool. I think it's cool. I mean, that's what Chelsea wanted to do. She wanted to go on the Jerry Springer show, and I was like, okay, let's go.
Whatever.
Fuck it. That's your dream of yours? That's weird, but okay, let's go. You know? I mean, mine's going to WrestleMania. Yeah, this was before I went to WrestleMania.
Right.
So, see, I got mine later. I didn't care. I don't care how long I waited for WrestleMania, man. I could have been 30 right now and going to see my first one. Because it'd be a whole lot better this time.
It's one thing when you go when you're older. I never went when I was younger, so I don't know.
I was all over the fucking place, dude. You think I'm bad now? That young me, no beard, like, that dude was psycho. Girling Out, Jesus Christ, I had to calm him down. He was too much of a mark. That's where Melvin Marks came from. So the gimmick idea came from for myself, Melvin Marks. It's actually a good thing.
The greatest heel ever.
Melvin Marks.
Yeah, the greatest heel ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have to be a heel.
Yeah, because I'd be irritating
Mark
everybody.
Would be so irritating. Yeah, so.
Yeah, that's my heel turn.
Super Mark. Oh, man.
Yeah, Super Melvin. Because Melvin, I don't know, the Kingdom uses the Matt Taven. He uses Melvin. He calls people a Melvin. So I'm pretty sure it's this new age Mark.
Right.
So Melvin Marks. And then the Melvins, get out of here. The Melvins, the band, get out of here. They're fucking dope. Do you want to see Melvins and Boris? I sent you the link. Mm-hmm. It's Melvin and Boris. Oh my God, Boris.
I have to talk to you about something personal after we get done recording.
All right, cool. And well, not cool, but maybe it's cool. I don't know. Boris and Melvins. I've seen them before and met what's his name from the Melvins. Anyway, I talked to him about Kurt Cobain. I had to. I wanted to know how he was or as a real person. Yeah. Anyway, so that's coming up at some point, and I got a Boris patch somewhere that I need to put on something, like something, hat, fur, something.
So, NWO.
It's fine. We're high as hell. The Highest Fuck podcast.
Jerry Springer show.
Jerry Springer, that's a work, and we were talking about being work.
That's true.
And the NWO worked the fuck out of us. See how we just came back to a full rotation?
You're right.
Because the Jerry Springer show is kind of relevant. I do have some insights on it, so... And it's kind of comparable. It is a lot comparable. You keep the heels from the faces. Yeah, it's all fucking...
Springer was fucking in WWE.
And they said those words, I believe. Or baby or face. I don't remember. It was one or the other. It was one word. They didn't say baby face. They said baby. And probably heel.
Mm. Maybe they used face and heel.
Or maybe they used face or heel. Or either they... I don't know. Maybe they use good guy, bad guy.
Maybe they use good guy, bad guy. Right?
I love this show, dude. If I didn't sit here and host things show and talk on it, I would. Well, actually, I would listen to our show. I do occasionally, man. It's just not as much as I listen to my music. I'll tell you that much.
That's true. I turn it on every once in a while.
Yeah, but I just like to hear. I like to hear what it sounds like.
Yeah. After
it's been uploaded, because I'm weird like that. I'm kind of OCD with it. I have to make sure it uploads right with no malfunctions.
Right.
And there was this time just a little while ago that I could have uploaded something that was fucked up if I didn't.
That's true.
Do it. Yeah. So
anyway,
back to the NWO.
NWO.
We haven't made it to Red and Black, but we'll get there.
NWO. No, we started talking about it.
We did, didn't we?
So we got the Red and Black joined because they had to fight each other because the NWO had taken over WCW.
Oh yeah, because
Ric Flair never joined the NWO, but I think he was one of the only people. I think there were a few.
Damn, I feel like I got punched.
Sikosis never joined the NWO. I don't think Chris Benoit ever joined the NWO.
I think I did get punched.
Obviously, Jericho never joined the NWO. There were certain people who never joined the NWO, but it was very few and far between.
And it's all for a reason, too. I don't know, Sting not joining the White and Black. He was already White and Black.
Right.
If he's going to be doing something, it's got to be for difference, right?
Yeah.
He went from colorful, woo, Sting, though. I'm dark and I'm the Crow. Woo.
Dark and mysterious, standing in the fucking rafters.
Yeah, dude.
Let's talk about that.
So sick.
Since we're talking about Nitro and
his whole
NWO,
imagery is a
Sting.
whole pod by itself.
Fucking, and I'm going to say his real name, Steve Borden was a fucking genius.
You can. I need to get a pet scorpion, and I'll name him Borden.
Yeah.
Or Sting. I want to get two of them. His name's Sting and Borden.
That's dope. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to name a scorpion Sting, but I know it's cliche or whatever the word is. But Borden's actually grew more on me than the Sting one, but I want two of them.
Get one.
Might even get another one named Steve.
I was gonna say get 2, and name one
Steve, one Borden,
and one Steve Borden.
Then give a whole ass Scorpion a whole ass name. I would do some shit like that. Hey, like, so what's your Scorpion's name? Steve Borden. Steve Borden. Borden Steve.
Well, I don't say Sid's full name. Sid's full name is Obsidian Jethro.
Oh yeah.
Hale Shelton.
Yeah.
So I never actually say that. We just call him Sid. But
that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope we didn't overstimulate anybody. We're supposed to be the high as fuck podcast. People be like, dude, like, where's my car at, dog? Just found my car. Hey, you know where my dad's at? Have you seen my dad?
Have you seen my dad?
Have you seen my dad? I should have been recording when he said that, dude. Have a sound bite or whatever you call it. Like a
Dad!
Dad! Where's my dad?
I make this kind of music and I make people listen to it.
Yeah. And he's like, that's the only music he likes. And I've showed him. And then he just sings it. Man, that dude's dope, bro. Anyway, so NWO, we got like, oh my god, you had the X-Pac guy, you had like Big Shows.
Boss Man.
Big Boss Man underneath the name Bubba.
Kurt Hennig,
that's a fucking wild one. You might as well put Ric Flair in that bitch.
Dean Malenko would not have joined the NWO.
Nah, he's for life. Or somewhere else. He's a 4 horseman.
Yeah. So Flair, Arn Anderson would not have joined the NWO.
Yeah, they're 4 horsemen.
Yeah.
That's for life. That was for life before NWO was for life. So.
Well, the Clique would have been for... Let's talk about that since we're talking about the NWO. The Clique would have been for life too, dude. But they weren't because they split up because they joined 2 different fucking companies.
Yeah, because Shawn Michaels got left. Hunter.
Shawn and Hunter got left.
Yeah. Shawn Hickenbottom. So stupid, man. I can't believe, like, somebody thought they were funny. Someone saying, man, I just feel like someone changed his last name during out history. To Hickenbottom to fuck with him. To fuck with the family, because they knew he was going to die. So he, like, changed over the whole name of the fucking... This could go, because chorus could work, right? And then generations after his death, they all got cursed with the Hickenbottom name.
Yeah.
That's what started it.
Yeah.
Because it was probably like Francis or something. Francinson something.
Francinson.
That's exactly the last name that he had. It's Francinson. And he didn't really like it too much. And so he turned it to Hickenbottom for some reason. He was a hick in his bottom. He was a hick all the way to his feet, to his asshole or something. So Hickenbottom.
Shawn and Hunter.
He was a hunter. He hunted.
I mean, if you're going to call Hickenbottom by his actual name, then you got to call Paul Levesque by his actual name.
Paul Levesque.
We've already called Steve Borden by his name.
Do with that.
Fucking Big Show, we got to call him Paul White.
Yeah. That is his real name. Right?
Yeah.
Paul White, yeah. He's dope.
Hulk Hogan.
He used to be Paul White again, though.
Terry Bollea.
There you go. Keep name dropping. What about Chris Jericho?
Fuck. I just read his book and I can't remember. Damn it. I have to go back.
Chris Irvine.
Ah, yes.
Irvine.
Irvine.
Yeah, he's Canadian. His dad was a famous hockey player.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
He played for the Rangers.
Yeah, that's it. You should know you read the book, man, just now. Or at some point. So that's awesome. Like, gave this man a book and he damn finished it. It's a thick one, too. That's a big book.
Read it in like a week.
A week? Damn. That's dope. It was a good chunk of a book. It was probably fascinating. You done told me some good stuff
I
about
love
it.
Fucking Chris Jericho.
You love fucking Chris Jericho?
Yeah.
Shit, dude. Why do you like fucking Chris Jericho? That's kind of gross, but yeah.
Eddie Guerrero never would have joined.
He's like 50-some years old, dude.
He's hot.
Yeah, well, NWO, I mean, didn't need Eddie Guerrero at all. Didn't need Eddie, didn't need Ray. Although, Ray would have been cool. because the mask would have had NWO or something. Great Muda was NWO.
I know he was.
The fuck is wrong with him?
Man.
He's a fucking Japanese legend, and one of the dumb. At this point, he's already entering a dumbass group.
Why?
At this point, it's dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
Because before it was cool. You got like 10 guys. Okay, cool. I'm cool with 10 guys. That's a gang.
Down to Eric Bischoff, probably.
10 guys, gang.
All like 10 of the, yeah.
So yes, I wanted the gang out of it, not, oh my god, we got a whole company that's NWO. The fuck it, we got Ted DiBiase? Oh, that's a joke or something?
Fucking pay-per-view. Well,
the only reason they did certain characters that for WWE is because they were heel turning from WWE.
Right.
So Ted DiBiase's like $1 Million Man was still a heel, but I don't know. I feel like he's still shoving it up someone's ass by doing that.
You know, it was so, like, they were so kayfabe back in the day.
Oh, yeah. You didn't know who was...
WWE gave $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase just a stack of, like, hundreds, right?
Yep.
And just gave them to him. And they were like, go fucking be a dick and flaunt the fact that you have money.
Yep. I don't even know if that money was real.
And he just, no, but they gave, like, to actually, like, in public, like, to keep the kayfabe, they gave him stacks of bills so he could just go out into the city they were in.
Did you see the fucking, clip on WWE where they went into the jeweler and he told them what to do with the title belt and they created it and it was all a segment in the show? I thought that was a cool little piece of history right there. But with
everybody's got a price.
Everybody's got a price, and everybody joins the NWO. Oh man! I don't know if you were really getting paid anything better to join them. And after they've gotten that many guys like
Hall, Nash,
the names are
Hogan,
just ridiculous.
Guys like Hall, Nash, Hogan. Those guys had. The money. They got the money for the NWO. And
by the way, if you're going by with 10 people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
We can leave out Vincent.
Well, Vincent came with Ted DiBiase. I would definitely want to take out Kyle Petty.
Kyle Petty. Why is a race
He's my childhood hero. Why is he in there? That's got to be a misprint. But I would
Dennis Rodman,
with I don't know. Buff Bagwell was cool, so I'd have to go more than 10.
Kurt Hennig, Rick Rude, Louis Spicolli, Dusty
David
Rhodes,
Flair.
Brian Adams, Scott Steiner, The Disciple, Lex Luger, Sting, Stevie Ray, Horace Hogan,
talking about all of them.
Disco Inferno, David Flair, Torrie Wilson, Bret Hart, Jeff Jarrett.
Wow. Booker T.
Mijaha.
Shawn fucking Michaels.
Shawn Michaels joined the NWO with the WWE, yeah.
Who is that? Something blocked. Something Buck. And what is that?
Tylene Buck. Tylene Buck.
And then right above it, what's that?
I don't know.
These are fake names. Ain't no wrestler named no April Hunter or Tylene. Metaha. That ain't no person.
Metaha.
If I'm wrong, tell me, man.
Tylene Buck is a wrestler. She's the Major Guns.
Oh, shit. Okay, is those real names or something?
That is a real name. Tylene Buck is her real name.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Member,
maybe that's who
split,
she
reunion,
was at that time.
Associate. So the blue guys were associates.
Okay.
Which is why... Well, Ted DiBiase was actually a member, but Kyle Petty was an associate of the NWO. Miss Elizabeth was an associate because she was with Macho. Nick Patrick was an associate.
Associate referee.
Yeah.
The dirty bastard. He ruined so many good matches.
Torrie Wilson was an associate.
Jesus. I didn't even really notice her. Damn. There's too many NWO. I remember Sealer we're talking about.
Mijaha, Tylene Buck, April Hunter, and Pamela Paulshock. Those were all like escorts or people that, were like connected to wrestlers. They were all like associates.
Valets.
Wrestlers in the NWO. So valets or managers or whatever.
Yeah. So by this point in NWO history, it's so, well, not really talking history. We're just like talking about it. But anyway, it's so many people.
We've got
so many fucking people. Now, Jesus fucking heaven. You would think it'd been over, right?
And it was over.
No, the whole company was dead by that time. I mean, shit. Eric Bischoff done killed that shit. He was decimating it. And then David Arquette won the belt, which, I mean, as a kid, I thought it was cool. I didn't know what it was going to do. I didn't know it was going to ruin his whole acting career.
Didn't know it was going to ruin the WWE either.
Several years later, like a lot of years later, his whole life goes by after that. He made a couple, and then he drifted up. And he was on that right there too. So yeah, Eric Bischoff fucked with some lives, and so did fucking Vince Russo, man. Vince Russo fucked his life over, I believe. I don't think it was Eric Bischoff. I'm sorry, Eric. I think it was Vince Russo. Fuck that Vince Russo, fucking devil bastard. Jim Cornette will tell you too, Vince Russo is a snaky snake. He's a Slytherin snake. He's a Slytherin snake. Okay? And Vince Russo sucks, and I hate him. He sucks. He bullshitted.
He brought Jericho into the WWE.
I don't give a damn.
WWF.
Not remind these viewers that we need to hate Vince Russo. Because Vince Russo is dumb. He's got a podcast. It's lame. I'm just playing. Do you, buddy? Disco Inferno's got a podcast with Conan.
Disco and
check
Conan.
it out.
They were members of the NWO.
Yeah. Disco was dope. I don't care what anybody says.
I like
Disco.
Alex Wright and Disco Inferno. Dancing
Alex
Fever.
Wright got on my nerves, man. I didn't like Alex Wright.
When they dance, though.
Like, I respect him now, I guess, in my adult years, but no, Disco Inferno.
Disco Fever. Disco Fever. Yeah. Oh, DDP. Did DDP ever join the NWO?
That's my main squeeze right there. When we're talking WCW, the highest I've ever been on a wrestler, since we are the highest folk podcast, we get really high on certain ones, was a Domino's
I'm really
page.
fucking
I
high
think
on
I like, at one point, I like Sting. I like both of them. I like Sting and DDP. For I swear to everything that's holy that I almost went over and just was like, just DDP forever.
Savage.
And no Sting.
Savage.
It was crazy, man. I got so invested in Diamond Page for a minute. I liked his, what was it called? Oh, man. Diamond Stud. What was it called? It was his gimmick before DDP. Oh, Lord. That's a different pod. But anyway, so, yeah. If it wasn't for Sting, I'd probably be a DDP, like, through and through like I am with Sting. And Sting wouldn't be.
DDP was dope.
Yes.
Sting.
One of my favorites of all time.
Sting. Dope as fuck.
Raven.
Oh,
yeah.
Raven never joined the NWO.
No.
Kidman never would have joined the NWO.
Yeah, because they were part of their own flock.
They had their own shit going on.
They were on the WCW spectrum.
The 7 year.
The guys that were not going to fucking cross over to nothing like that. And you have a lot of dudes like that. In real wrestling, it's not just a gimmick sometimes. There's a lot of people in real life that choose not to join something. Jericho did.
Right.
Just because you get offered something doesn't mean you have to take it. But take every opportunity you can get, but if there's no opportunity in it.
Eric was very big on the NWO. I mean, he joined the NWO. Like, it was his baby. Like, that's what was... I mean,
that was the whole sole purpose was for him to be the leader underneath Hogan. So underboss to Hogan.
Right. So, essentially...
A mafia.
Yeah. It was a mafia that took over the WCW. It was what it was.
There was so many different elements in that.
But then you had people who fought against it, like Ric Flair. And people like Chris Benoit.
Because on the game, it was WCW's NWO. When you went to go pick your people, it was like...
Yeah.
Segregated. Separated. I was like, damn, dude.
So, I'm making my top...
This is crazy.
Or you said making a gang out of 10 people.
Yeah.
So I've been sitting here all night thinking about my top 10 list of NWO guys. You've got Hogan, Hall, and Nash. You've got to count those. So you've got 7 more that you can work with. Randy Savage.
Oh, yeah, definite.
He was a great NWO character.
We're at the same ones.
Lex Luger is fine. Like, I'm okay with it.
We're talking just white and black.
I would keep Buff Bagwell in there.
Yes, definitely. Some of it's gonna be hard, man. But...
Scott Steiner.
Yeah, he was a big part. Scott Norton. Scott Norton's a big part, but you don't have to count him if you wouldn't. And then there's Horace, which is Hogan's nephew or something.
I would.
You know Horace Hogan?
Yeah, if Horace is
Was that
related to
name?
yeah,
Something
Horace Hogan. I think so. If Horace is related to Hogan, and I think he was. Yeah.
Yeah, he's Hogan's nephew or some shit. I don't know.
Then we put him in there for Hogan.
But we don't have to.
Connecting them.
No, he's Disciple. Disciple, that was his name.
Disciple.
Yeah.
Did Jimmy Hart join the NWO?
That was the other guy I was thinking of. What? Jimmy Hart?
I think he was with Hogan, right? So,
I'm thinking like that would have been a crazy ass outfit, right? Because he did the images on his jackets, like Rick Rude and all that, but it was his own thing. But the Jimmy Hart jackets, the NWO ones would have been cool. So
they would have been dope as fuck. Right? But I'm pretty sure they did it. I feel like they would have. But you do have to have a manager. I would have taken out Ted DiBiase as a manager.
And put in Jimmy Hart.
That's
all day.
And then... Yeah, Bischoff kind of has to be there, too.
They brought in Ted because Ted's the money guy, and he's a heavy, too. He's not just a manager.
Right.
He's a heavy. He can fight.
I can feel that.
He's hardly racist.
But Bischoff kind of has to be there, too. Like, he was an integral part.
Definitely an important part of getting this thing over, where it's complete dominance and taking over, like, a world, in their sense. Because it was WCW versus the world. It wasn't like... And then you got NWO versus WCW. So they were always doing something that was versus with them and something else. They were innovative, okay? They were like some of the few to do it on TV like that before... because WWE wouldn't work with no other companies. The only company they worked with was New Japan, and that's because it's all the way across seas, and it does not fuck with their shit.
WCW worked with New Japan, too, so they both stole talent from New Japan.
And Mexico and all these other places. All this was happening. They had a great Muda, for Christ's sake, in NWO.
That's how
weird.
Jericho
but the makeup was pretty cool.
Got connected with Bischoff. Was through being in Japan
in Germany,
and wrestling in JP.
Yes, that's when
New Japan Pro.
Lionheart.
Yeah.
But he did do some German before Japan.
He did. He did a lot of Mexico. He did a lot of Germany, a lot of Japan. His main goal was to get into New Japan.
Exactly. That was on key.
And then he got connection with WCW through New Japan.
Yeah.
And he went... No.
Did he ever say that
he started talking to Vince. Then he started talking to Eric. But nobody would accept him. He went to ECW. Then he got a job at WCW, and then he got a job at WWF.
Well, you really read that book then. Some good shit, dog.
His career path. If I had gotten into wrestling at 18 years old,
on a certain path.
That's what, if it was still available, if WCW, ECW, that's what I would have wanted to do. And he went on that career path that I would have wanted to.
And in the book, did it express why he was going to different places, and it was important for like Mexico.
He had to learn different styles, all the different styles of wrestling to understand.
Because when you're trying to go for the big deal, New Japan Pro Wrestling was probably the biggest fucking thing other than WWE, WCW, ECW, whatever. Biggest fuck. Oh God, you're over there. You're fucking gods. There's none of these there's gimmicks, but it's not treated like it is on TV. Japan is so respect. It's so much there. It's so beautiful,
Well, he even talked about how Japanese fans.
But if you made it on TV,
Japanese fans stay a lot more quiet, and they don't engage as much. But they do when they start to notice, like when you do all the technical holds and like the mat wrestling,
emotion,
and as it builds.
They don't do unnecessary cheers for no reason.
Yeah.
And be absurdly noisy for no reason. They're trying to watch and focus on this art that's being put in front of them, It's an art form. Wrestling is an art form. And, so that's why I love Japanese wrestling is because of that. You know, that's the part I would like for WWE to just be quiet a little bit. Sometimes we're but I like how it is. So I wouldn't want that in general. I know I said that, but in a sense that's why we have other companies out here. They shoot it differently in Japan, like especially in New Japan. They have their own angle stuff that no one else is really doing. I don't. Well, at that time, I'm not going to talk about now, but at that time, no one was doing their angles, and all this other stuff was different with the way it was recorded, the way it was presented, and it was presented like real.
Right.
It was real. Like they actually hit each other, dude.
Yeah,
Japan
they have
go
a
to
much
fuck nuts.
stronger style.
They actually hit
connect,
face,
right.
dude. All these things connect.
Yeah.
They're all not meant to hurt you. Meant to be real.
American style is much softer than Japanese wrestling.
You might not be able to imagine it or think about it, but there's certain way you can do this that you don't really feel it is a real one.
There's ways of doing it. There are certain wrestlers
these guys
that work more stiff too.
Yeah, but they're signed up for that.
You look at Ric Flair, who smacks the shit out of people.
Yeah, but he took hell.
When he chops people, he smacks the fuck out of people.
Yeah.
And then you got
those guys over Japan, Pitbull.
Yeah, I mean,
what's his name?
Chris Jericho talked about
Ishii.
Like if you had guys that were stiff workers, you worked stiff against them, and then once you worked together, they respected you. Like that's just how it was. And that's just how they work. But like I said, American pro wrestling, you don't really see that as much.
Yeah, and we also have in New Japan. They also have little lions, what they call young lions, and those guys are out there watching the whole match down there.
Yeah,
down watching the match
in dojos, actual trained
That's why there's so many different
martial arts,
getting back to
really respectful martial arts here.
We're about to segue.
Okay,
this is why their factions work. And WWE's and all that stuff did not work that long. Did you know the Bullet Club was created was Finn Balor, or Fergal Devitt. Anyway, he created Bullet Club. I don't know what happened, if he sold it to Japan or whatever, but it's a faction. It still goes on to today. They have that one. They have Suzuki Gun, which is a whole ass faction. It's been going on for crazy. It was actually Suzuki that started it. Was it Kenzo Suzuki or something like that started it? Mm-hmm. What's his name? Anyway, so and then you got so many different brackets. You've got what's the other ones? Oh man, there's so many I can't even remember, man. So many different factions. Oh, you got Los Gobernables. I don't want to say the rest of it. It's really it's this long. Of Japan because of Naito. Tetsuya Naito is one of my favorite Japanese wrestlers. So is Shinsuke Nakamura. And yeah, those are my top guys for Japan. No, I'm missing somebody. Oh, Evil. He goes by Evil now.
You're talking about modern day guys.
Yeah. No, these are older fuck guys. These guys in Japan aren't all young boys. They're all old guys. Okada's in his 40s.
Onita.
Yeah. Kazuchika Okada. Oh, that's happening. This Sunday is Kazuchika Okada versus Bryan Danielson.
Dope.
Yeah, it's two legends. Because over there in Japan, their Rock guy is Okada.
Right.
Yeah, I said the Rock because he looks almost like the Japanese Rock. Sometimes he's the money maker. They call Rainmaker. I mean. And I don't know. It's gonna be a really good show this week, this Sunday. I mean, it really is. It's gonna be great because we got a lot of Japanese versus American guys. We've got a lot of tons of names going up, but
they don't let their factions take over the whole company.
Yeah, well, the whole company is subdivided in a bunch of factions.
Right.
So you're all in something. AEW,
but they have separated just a few guys in each one. It's not like the whole company, like you said, is,
I'm pretty 10, sure every guy is a part of a faction.
Well, yeah, but 10 guys.
But that's just your label. And like UFC.
Yeah.
Their color, their whatever it is, your brand.
You're just connected to a group.
Yeah, it's your training pals, your whatever. It's in UFC too. So, some pretty deep stuff there. I mean, they keep that stuff so respected and heels going heel rooms and the whole deal, man. Everything's super respected. And I don't know. So speaking on factions and stuff like that, yeah, it's kind of hard to run a whole company with a bunch of factions if you didn't start your company with a certain way. If you start your shit with a certain way, it's obviously going to be harder to actually do that.
Right.
AEW, they're doing good. I don't think it's oversaturated like Jim Cornette says. He's just too old. Okay, we don't need to forget that Jim Cornette's just a little bit too old sometimes. But I get where he's coming from.
He's fearful of it becoming like the NWO.
Oh, he's already said AEW is a joke. But he's coming around.
AEW is very much similar to WCW.
He says it's a lot of joking going on. But he doesn't. This is why I say he's too old. Because he doesn't understand what we see in the Young Bucks and what has happened here with AEW. It's fucking insane how this happened with just two boys from California. And they turned down WWE. I mean, they were NXT. I mean, like, ridiculous. And TNA as something else. They were literally booked to be the next Hardy Boys in Generation Me. So they've came a long ways. And then that Codemeister over there, he helped, and Jericho, and Kenny Omega, Hangman Adam Page. I mean, without those guys, man, like, I don't know. Look, something happened like this, AEW. But they're doing good, and I like how they're doing the factions. You know, the House of Black. I mean, of course they're guys together. Of course those guys are together. If they were singles right now, you would be dying for them to be together. Because everybody knows that Aleister Black, or Malachi Black and Brody King are like best friends, and they were in a tag team anyway. They're called something else, and so actually they're the kings of the Black Throne together, I believe. They have a different name from the House of Black. House of Black is the whole thing. Anyway, that's what I like about that. The dynamic in the House of Black is cool. Those guys need to be together.
Smaller factions, like what we were talking about.
Yeah, it's only like
10.
A girl, 3 guys.
4, like the Judgment Day.
Yes,
4, like the Judgment Day.
Yeah, that's good shit.
4,
Judgment Day's name is, I don't know. It's a pay-per-view called Judgment Day.
There's 4 guys, 4 characters in something else, too.
Most are like a 4-man, faction. Sometimes you get, the New Day, and you got
New Day 3-man faction.
Well, actually, that was big with the Freebirds. That Freebird rule that so what New Day did as a team, they could switch out all 3 people.
Yeah,
if they're all out there, like you can switch out because you're all part of the same team, dude. You as a 3-man team, it's technicality, man. They're all 3 tag team champions by technicality, anyway. I think that's the word I'm looking for.
So if Big E came back in and joined the New Day instead of a singles competitor, then he would be a tag team champion if they were the tag team champions.
They call it the Freebird rule. And New Day adopted it. They were big on that. And I don't know, when they started out, like there's another faction, but this is actually, what this one technically called? It's not a faction until it goes 4. This is a
trio.
Trios. So once you're in a trios, it's a little bit different. But, I mean, it's not that much different.
We don't get trios in the WWE, though.
Not that much. New Day's really just did that.
We don't have the same thing like AEW. AEW has a whole faction about trios.
There's a lot of trios in there.
Yeah.
That's why the House of Black is 4 people.
They have a whole trios
3
championship.
Guys, 3 guys in the House of Black. 1 female valet. They need a valet because they're actually faces because
same concept as Judgment Day.
They're faces because they have a valet. It's a technical thing. So in real traditional wrestling, a valet would come out with a good guy.
Yeah.
And managers are bad guys. Because obviously you see with Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman.
Right.
Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. Brock Lesnar doesn't have Paul Heyman no more. Right. It's been like a weird deal going on. Yeah. So you get that type dynamic. So that's the crazy part about the House of Black, man. I think they're Randy Orton. They just go both.
Yeah.
They're fire. What is it called? Personality. No, that doesn't think will sound right. I don't think it's gonna sound right. It's not gonna come out right.
Mm.
Yeah. But the faction thing's really hard, man.
Yeah.
Actually do good ones and like keep them going for a while. I mean, Judgment Day's been going for.
If they could have kept NWO smaller, it would have worked out better.
Yeah. I mean,
like you said, 10 guys, and we just named off 10 guys that would have been perfect.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's all day. And if you had to keep adding new ones, just get rid of somebody.
If you wanted Giant to be in it, then take somebody out.
Let him choke slam Ted DiBiase out. I mean, shit. How hard is this? It's like we're fucking sitting over here, and it's like I feel like the children are running the business. Where the big boys played.
Jericho said it in the book.
It's like a couple.
Vince McMahon. You take Vince McMahon. The man. Yeah. Vince McMahon. Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
VKM.
Wears a power suit.
Yeah, every day.
Every day in the building, when he's in his office, when he's in wrestling, works
every day.
Out every day, ridiculous. Works all the time.
He sleeps during the day at some point. It's not long.
Chris Jericho said he went to a meeting with Eric Bischoff. First thing he noticed about him, sweats.
Who had sweat?
Leather jacket.
Oh, the sweat. Never mind. Yeah.
Eric Bischoff. He was
sweating.
Slob.
Oh yeah, went in there and talked to Vince. It was slobbish.
Eric Bischoff was a slob.
Yeah.
And then you look at Vince McMahon, and he's wearing this power suit all the time.
Yeah. And you noticed that Eric started wearing suits because he was Raw GM.
Yeah, when he came to WWE, because it was a requirement.
Oh, yeah, it definitely is. It used to be. I don't
it's
think
a rule.
That bad now.
No? You don't have to show up to the arena in a suit anymore?
I really want to say it's not that bad.
I know Cody does.
Yeah, Cody does that regardless because of
the tradition.
Yeah, the WWE, just because the suit, you feel you it's about a lot of stuff,
right?
And you want to be professional. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you ain't you're putting on a show for people, but at the end of the day, you're serious as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Like this is a business. Like, you're a businessman at the end of the day too, because you got to be able to feed yourself and whoever else and whatever else, So a suit is always good. Like if you're going to certain places, a suit's good. You just gotta know the surrounding where you're going. Like if you're going to a metalhead show, then you wear metal stuff. If you're going to a church, then wear appropriate shit to go to a church building.
I wear a suit jacket everywhere I go.
I wear a suit jacket everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. I wear a suit jacket everywhere I go. And Matt wears fur everywhere he goes.
Matt Jackson.
Where do we go? We don't know. We'll find somewhere down the motherfucking road.
NWO.
NWO is in the house. Wolfpack may be here, but me and my cousin, Cuzzo, let's talk about it. I know Josh might not make it this far into the podcast, but anyway, he might. Anyway, Josh, I love you, brother. And Wolfpack, baby. And we've been doing this shit. And he didn't really watch wrestling with me. But he knew what it meant. He knows what Wolfpack is. Ain't nobody ignorant. You know what I'm saying? We started this shit a long time ago with the Wolfpack. And every time I see him, it's bam.
Don't turn your back on the Wolfpack.
Because at first he didn't know how to do it.
Might wind up in a body bag.
He didn't know how to do it. I don't know how he did it at first. It was
Wolfpack.
like this. He did this at first. I'm like, that's not it. It's this.
Body bag.
Just it looks like a wolf, Just do this, dude. And then our wolves meet right here.
Woo!
We've been too sweet in each other before the Young Bucks. That's why I have this very connected thing with the Young Bucks. I feel like they stole my shit. I'm just playing. They still didn't do shit, but my cousin was always my brother. I didn't grow up with my brother. So this right here was a brotherhood of Wolfpack, and same thing that Matt and Nick Massey have. They're real brothers, and I would say that me and my cousin would be real brothers. You know? So, in that sense, they stole it. There's only two of them that was doing it at first. Then they had the whole Bullet Club, which is a faction.
Yeah.
So, and the Bullet Club is still running. They could not do the NWO, man, like that. If they sold it to New Japan or something like that, that'd be pretty cool. I'm just saying, Vince, just go ahead and sell NWO, please. Just sell the black and white NWO. Keep the Wolfpack. Let New Japan.
Vince sold the WWE.
Well, somebody sell the goddamn white and black NWO to New Japan. We have a new NWO and Japanese guys. I want to see a Japanese version of the NWO.
I said Vince would never sell
and have maybe a couple white guys.
But Vince sold the whole WWE, so why would I even fucking say that? God damn it, Vince. Why'd you sell the WWE?
Yeah. So actually, whoever owns it can be Endeavor.
Endeavor can sell the NWO.
Rights.
Yeah.
Please do. Can I buy them? I'm going to buy the Wolfpack rights. I want that whole imagery, all that shit. I just want to steal it. I want to make it. I want mine. It'll be mine. Start my whole brand. Wolfpack. For life. Go and get it in the stores.
For life.
Four. And I'm like, how many times are you going to say four? In the beginning? We sound probably dumb. We need to have our phones ready for sound bites so we can play that music for a little bit. Then we got to worry about copyright. But anyway, so
that's why we have to make the noise ourselves.
Yeah.
Don't turn your back on the Wolfpack. Might wind up in a body bag.
Is that 11:45?
On the Wolfpack. 1:45.
I read that. All ass backwards. Ask backwards. Gunna? What you be looking up Gunna for? Gunna albums? Who the heck is that rapper? You're supposed to be listening to only my music.
That's gonna be too much like it.
Let's get one that's sped up. So remixed. I don't know. Red Burn. That Red Rum. The hell. The Wolfpack was dope with the dynamics of it. I like the red and black a whole lot fucking more, man. Sting was in it. The real Sting. Not this lazy guy. Do you remember the Demon? People hated him. I liked him. Oh, yeah, that's a vibe, dude. That's a vibe, dude.
Alright. I don't want to play too much of it.
That's destruction. Booty.
Alright. That was so dope. I love the Wolfpack.
That song's so awesome.
It's so good.
Probably one of the best songs I've ever heard in my life.
Don't turn your back on the Wolfpack.
On God.
Might wind up in a body bag.
I heard On God so much at the concert.
On God.
On God. Like, what? On God. So, there is a lot of stuff happening Sunday with the damn pay-per-view. I just can't stop thinking about it. It's going to be a big one. Yeah. All this cool stuff happening. And
then next week, on Saturday, we have Money in the Bank.
Damn, that's crazy as hell. They both keeping us up on our shit, man. We got to put out a prediction video at some point about the Money in the Bank.
We are not going to be able to put out a prediction video about Sunday.
Not this Sunday.
No, because that's
That's
actually tomorrow, because today is Saturday, because it's 1:45 in the morning.
Actually, we could not predict it. No, we're already talking about that. We could talk about Money in the Bank on that day before we record about the show.
We can talk about Money in the Bank on Sunday, yes.
Yeah.
We can record our prediction for Money in the Bank.
Like a short
Sunday.
The prediction video could be short.
The match card prediction video, and just talk about each match and what our predictions are for that real quick.
Exactly. And then that can go out Sunday or Sunday night. It makes it short. It was short, and I could edit it while we're watching the pay-per-view and get that edited and all that stuff. And then work on.
If we put it out Sunday, it'll be a week before Saturday, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we put it out that night,
yeah,
goes out, it's out all the whole week, boom. It's fine. And then we'll talk about that, and then we'll talk about the AEW show.
No.
Hell, both of them's got to go out.
While it's going on.
Technically, both of them's got to go out at the same time. And it's technically Saturday, and this one's going up. And so, yeah. So, I mean, like, is there anything else you want to touch on with the NWO?
I think it was a good idea. And I think Eric Bischoff was a genius. When he heel turned Hulk Hogan and the NWO started, like, Eric Bischoff was a genius. It got to be too much.
Yeah.
And
too much power.
They took it too far. Too much power was given to Hogan, Eric Bischoff, Nash, and Scott Hall to create something.
Yeah, they were trying to fuck shit up.
And it worked really well for a little bit. And then they just ran roughshod. And it was presented in the storyline as them running roughshod because that's what was going on. But also because they had so much pull. Because they had Hulk Hogan. And Eric Bischoff, the head of the creative of the company, basically.
So I know green lights.
He would greenlight everything that went on. And basically was kind of the overseer of everything creative. On TV and everything.
They would have like a whole board meeting. Yeah. Everybody that's involved with matchmaking and creative and where talent should be on the card and blah, blah, blah will be in this one.
Everybody would be, and then Eric would be like, yes or no, whatever. But
Vince Russo would just do anything.
Anyway, all I say is it was a great idea, and then it got to be too much, and it would have been a really good short stint, or even just kept smaller would have been good for a long time.
Yeah, just keep it small. And if you want to interchange people, then interchange people.
Right.
They were trying to do something. I think they were just trying to ruin some business. And then when Vince got the NWO, they ended up getting Big Show back in it. Six got back in it. Shawn Michaels element.
Shawn Michaels joined, yeah.
Yeah. And then... Right.
We had Nash, and I feel like Hall was there.
Yeah, of course, because he faced Stone Cold.
He would have still been alive. 18.
Yeah.
And they were white and black.
Yeah. Yeah. So, with that, Vince brought him in to destroy the WWE, destroy my creation. If anybody's going to destroy my creation, it's going to be me. That whole spiel. And then he says, when he turned around, the NWO was on the chair. He's like, I'm gonna inject a lethal dose of the NWO. Like, I was just like, Death Metal King right there.
A lethal dose of poison.
Dude, yo. That man should have been a death metal singer. Could you imagine?
You're fired.
I already want to do the song in his voice. I already have a song written called "You're Fired." It's locked and loaded, man. I got the song. I mean, maybe I'll change the lyric or something. Maybe after a while of it sitting, and I haven't read it in a while. But yep. And then Donald Trump did it. I can't remember who did it first, but I give it to Vince.
Oh man,
he stole some documents, dude. You hear about that?
I really don't think the intention of the NWO was to ruin the WCW. Ted Turner, they wanted to make it profitable. Ted Turner wanted to win the war. I mean, they would not have tried to destroy.
But Vince definitely brought him in. Destroy stuff.
Vince, that was
he let them have that.
He clearly
fucking brick. I know it was a fake brick, but the brick that Stone Cold's knee, fucking all that shit. The damn big transfer truck running over the Rock, I believe. I mean, it's some crazy shit, dude. And the DX was before all that, so they had to have something else. And NWO, bringing back the DX is one thing, but they needed a biker type gang.
Yeah,
DX ain't no bikers.
No.
You know, they're a whole different other deal. There's some punks. Some fucking
They had a military tank at the WCW building one time.
See what I mean? Anarchy.
Yeah.
So did the NWO is totally fucking different. You know, because it wouldn't matter if DX was heel. They're gonna act like that either way, heel or face, doesn't fucking matter.
Right.
NWO, they piss you off. They say they say fucked up shit.
Yep.
It's a whole different.
They're a heel faction. That's what they were. Like, I mean, through and through.
DX, they pulled jokes and all that stuff, but they could be a heel, and you couldn't even tell they were heel sometimes.
They were the epitome of the dirtiest heel of all time because they destroyed the American Dream, Hulk Hogan. No. And Dusty Rhodes. Like, the American standard of what a wrestler was.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan. They destroyed him. And that was the beauty of what the NWO was. Because it gave life to Hogan's otherwise dead career.
That was a resurgence of that crippled old man.
Yeah.
And then he got the moment with Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No, he got moments with Stone Cold, but he also had a match with The Rock.
Became yellow and red Hogan again.
Then he did Mr. America.
Yeah.
Captain America. No, Mr. America. Trying to get one over on me. Dude, I knew it was him the whole
Back
time.
to the ultimate face turn to Hogan. And then, of course, Mr. America. But
Steve was many faces.
Didn't he wear a mask?
That's what I'm saying. That was Mr. America.
Yeah.
He was his brother or some shit. I don't fucking know because he wasn't allowed to work there. And he was trying to get one over on Stephanie. And I don't know how she didn't know it was Hogan. Same build, talks like Hogan. Brother. Oh yeah, it's definitely Hogan. Get the fuck out of her. Who is this masked man? See, WWE was pretty stupid too, okay? I mean, dumb. And if you want to get on something else, you didn't like the computer. So, I
didn't like the computer.
I mean, people said it was Hornswoggle. Some people said it was Jim Cornette. Some people said it was this guy. Well, Hornswoggle was probably about the funniest one.
It was fucking Michael Cole.
He was reading it.
The whole time. It was Michael Cole. He wasn't reading it.
Excuse me, what was he saying? I don't know what he said.
It was his gimmick.
Oh, he said, may I have a moment? Or
may I have your attention, please? Yeah.
I have a message from
I have an announcement
the general manager.
from the general manager. Yeah.
It's probably Hornswoggle the whole time. Just sitting there. Who the hell knows? Probably. It was probably Michael Cole typed it to himself.
I was going to say, it's Michael Cole's gimmick. So he fucking
have something to do with it.
Worked with creative to create that. And so they wrote it. They wrote the script together.
And it was annoying as fuck because he was a heel then.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, wasn't he for The Miz at that time?
I believe so.
Because he was obsessed with The Miz. He pushed him so fucking hard.
He did.
That's where The Miz is where he's at. Michael Cole, you get a good mouthpiece talking about you on their commentary. That's what you're going for in wrestling. You want that commentary. You want to wow that motherfucker.
He annoyed me so much.
The Miz is dope shit.
No.
Oh, Michael
Cole.
He's one of my favorite commentators.
He's so good.
He's my favorite.
The best heel commentator I've ever heard. But he's just so irritating.
Well, see, he was a something in the Army. Or the military, or the Marines, or something. A radio guy. I don't know what it was. It was something. He did something like that, and
he was a communications person, probably.
He's my dope shit. He got made fun of a lot back when he was just backstage interviewer and all that stuff.
He got picked on a lot.
You're right. Rock, right? Yeah. He got fucked up a lot, but that was his whole initiation in, I guess, and so to speak. Do the character, do the gimmick, do what we need you to do, and you're gonna take a lot of shit being an interviewer because we want you to be this, like this nerd, like not nerdy, but it's like easy to be taking control over type dude. We don't want you fighting back. We want you to literally get your trick or whatever those people bully you.
Yeah.
We want you to act like a bully, someone getting bullied, So that was his whole thing, and he did it really well.
And Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler,
they're fucking amazing together.
That match,
Taz and Michael Cole.
I know. That match with Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler, though.
Whoa.
Oh my God. One of the greatest rivalries in sports entertainment.
Taz and JR, their rivalry.
I love
They ended up in a match with Jerry Lawler. And then JR hit Taz while he had the Taz mission with glass and head.
Kane set JR on fire.
This is our childhood, man. No wonder we're not fucked up. How are we not fucked up? Fully watching a man get set on fire. Quite a few fucking times in wrestling. Yeah. Fire! They're like Beavis and Butthead.
Pretty sure they threw Kane into a flaming dumpster.
Please don't copyright me. That was my real voice. Fire! I think I'm really good at it, so I don't want to get copyrighted. That's me.
Are you threatening me?
Are you threatening me? You're threatening me.
Shut up.
Shut up, Beavis. Kick your ass again. Oh.
Shut up, Beavis.
No. Zero sugar in this Ghost energy drink. Warhead, sour green apple, coming in your face, or going down your throat. Coming down your throat. Let's get it in. Hey, it's got taurine in it.
This episode is brought to you by Ghost Vape Energy Drinks.
Ghost Vape Energy Drinks? Yeah. Lord Jesus Christ. And it's a cute little ghost on the can.
And BC 5000.
Probably need to get that tattooed on me.
EB Design, watermelon bubblegum vapes.
Watermelon bubblegum, a lot of words. Because this is sour green apple. That's a lot of words. Ghost Warhead Sour Green Apple Energy, zero sugar.
And weed.
And weeds. And see, that's a short word, whatever. But these are just like legendary energy, okay? Epic focus. Don't know about that one. Actually, been pretty focused, yeah. Zero sugars. There's no sugar in this motherfucker, but I feel like I'm on all kinds of sugars. And no artificial colors.
Caffeine. That's why you're not going to sleep tonight until 5 a.m.
No, I'm going to sleep before 5, probably. Anyway, so 200 milligrams of caffeine, but natural caffeine, and Nutrofactor, 100 milligrams, 4 daily vitamins, 100% of them, Alpha GPC, 50%, and Carnipure carnitine. Creatine, that's how it's spelled. 1,000 milligrams, take another shot.
This is the Highest Fuck Podcast.
Fuck, this got creatine in it.
With your boys,
shit,
Matt Jackson
and Joe motherfucking Cool. Limited edition action figure. And when you put your forces together,
you
get
can talk
Captain
about
Planet.
The NWO. This has been the Highest Fuck Podcast with your boys,
Jesus Christ,
Superstar,
and
Satan.
That's what I was going to say too. Anyway.
And we...
A peace-loving chicken grease.
We are out like Elvis.
Oh yeah, baby. Hunka burning low, baby. NWO, baby, for life. For life.
But a hound dog.
NWO for life.